Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to ask you real quick to make sure that you are liking, commenting, subscribing, hit the notification bell so that you know when I have new videos coming out, and definitely share. There's an energy of needing to share the light, to share the message, to put the word out there, to spread the truth. That's what they're telling me. I don't normally in these videos talk about all of that. You know, the growth of the channel, the number of subscribers, all of that stuff doesn't matter to me, other than the fact that the more people that are here, the more people that are congregating here into the collective that follows this channel, the better, because the messages that are coming out are so much more potent, so important, and so filled with the light codes that are needed for the expansion, heart expansion that's happening right now. So that's what's most important to me, and I would love your help in doing that and getting the word out. So I wanted to come on this morning and talk about what is important for us to know today. What is the energy that's happening in the collective? What is coming up for a lot of us? What kind of shadow is coming up for a lot of us to see, to connect with, and to transmute and move past? There's something about, there's like an energy of needing resonance with other people, needing to know that other people are going through it also, and that yes, this is a collective energy. That way we kind of shift our awareness to that and collectively heal it all together to in a big way shift that together at the same time. So we just send light and awareness to the energy that's coming up, the lower vibrational energy that is coming up in each one of you. It's coming up for us to collectively get together, heal it, send it to a higher vibration. And, we shift the energy of the whole collective to a higher vibration at that point. So there's a real need to feel like that person gets it. That person gets it. Oh, they're going through it too. I don't feel so alone, because I know they're going through it. I know they're going through it. I know that it's no coincidence that I'm feeling the exact same thing that she's talking about. And so it's like coming together in solidarity. I started pulling some cards ahead of time just to get some guidance on what it is that we're focusing on and where it's headed. And right now it looks like there's some kind of heartbreak from your childhood. There's some kind of a version of you, the version of your inner child is, the consciousness of that inner child is stepping up and kind of revealing a broken heart when her heart was broken. And something that is still in your heart that needs to be released. It's a blockage in the heart chakra. And I woke up this morning and I've just had chest pains all morning long. It's just this sharp reminder that there's something trying to be released from the heart chakra. It has to do with comparison, comparing yourself to other people, not being able to really see yourself because there's this layer of conditioning over top of you with other people's belief systems and what you should look like, how you should act, what success looks like, what you need to do with your life. Parental programming, obviously, and their belief systems. And so we're constantly comparing ourselves to those belief systems and saying, do I measure up? I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't fulfilled what they believe is a level of success, or I don't look like that person, or that person is really beautiful. I don't see those things in me. I can see it in other people. It's like looking in a mirror and not being able to see yourself at all. The reflection isn't there. And we've had this need to use other people as our mirror. What we don't realize is that other people are just reflecting back what we aren't able to see in ourselves. So that's one tool for being able to shift your way of thinking. Whatever it is that you see in me, whatever it is that you see in that person that you think is beautiful or has the perfect body, or there's this person that has all of these followers on her channel, or there's this person that posts readings every single day, and the way that they go about doing everything looks really successful. And it holds you back because you compare yourself to that person's conditioning and the way that person functions and the way that person appears to be successful. It's an energy that is really holding you back because each of us we are each individual. We are not loving ourselves right where we are and not realizing that right where we are is exactly where we need to be in order to connect with the people around us that are in that same position also, that are in that exact same spot. The love that we have for ourselves in this now moment is emitted in our light. So if we are disappointed in ourselves in this moment, and there's more things we would rather be doing, or there's more that we think we should be doing, we're disappointed in ourselves because we haven't done enough till now. Shouldn't you be doing this? Shouldn't you be doing this? We're putting out the energy of this now moment not being good enough. That's what the energy is right now. That's what it feels like. Like you don't feel good enough because there are other people who appear more successful, who have things that it appears that you want. That's what it looks like. Wishing things could be different right now and not appreciating the now. It's really hard to do when we're in this heavier energy and a lower vibrational energy, and I get that. But this is why. This is the reason why. The belief system that you have to work very, very hard in order to achieve success, and blood, sweat, and tears, and no rest for the weary, and we're not meant to fit in with that. There's that energy also of not fitting in. I just don't fit in anywhere, and I haven't figured out what it is that I want to do. And so until I do, I'm not going to be successful. We operate under a different belief system, and it's time for us to start compiling what that belief system is. When it comes to light work, when it comes to our purpose, filling our everyday existence, filling our every now moment with light and joy and awareness, even when we're processing heavier things, that's the key to being successful. Let's redefine the word successful. And when we feel into the energy of that positivity, even layered under the lower vibrational energy that we're processing, or emotion that we're processing, understanding that the joy and success and the knowing that everything happens for a reason, everything is leading to, more expansion and more expansion. And in this very moment, in this heavier emotion, I am expanding. I'm moving something out of the way in order to make room for more light. I have become more light, and so this stuff is present because I need to move it out of the way. And I'm doing that for not just me, but for you and for other members of the collective that I resonate with, that are going through that same thing. It's solidarity, it's oneness. And as light workers, we are working to transmute that for everyone, to build the light and the power of that oneness. So this comparison, this comparing yourself to other people, it's coming to a head. It's coming to a head. Coming to a head, it said. And on this, the Tower card, I noticed that up here there's a crown up at the top. There's a crowd. All right, guys. I had to stop the video just for a second because my daughter came in again, and like I said, everything is connected, and so it's almost like, so I said something about the crown, and it reminded me of a session that I had the other day with a client of mine, and the vision that she had. Jesus was putting a crown on her head, and what he was telling me is, ask her if she receives it, if she will accept it and receive it. And there's some sort of limitation that holds her back, that it was really hard to say yes. It was hard to receive and to accept the gift of that, because there is this comparison energy. It's like, well, he's, Jesus and the light worker, and, there's no way that I could hold the mirror up and reflect back the enormity of that energy. It's dimming your light. It's what we've been used to doing. So what he's doing collectively right now is placing that crown on everyone's head. He's showing up in many different ways, but you're being upgraded. Your crown is being upgraded right now. And what he's telling you is, you are me. I am you, just like everyone else. I am reflecting back to you what you're unable to see in yourself. So whatever it is that you see in him, he's crowning you and showing you that you are the same. This is the oneness that we seek. This is the Christ consciousness that we seek. He is giving you the gift of the Christ consciousness and putting it on your crown. The fact that my daughter just came in also and interrupted is kind of connected to this as well, because just as he is passing that information on to us, as we accept it and integrate it, we pass it on to the next person as well. We pass the codes of that on to the next person as well. This immense love for ourselves in every single moment, and the acceptance of who we are right now, regardless of what anybody else looks like or says I should look like or be doing. I accept and love myself in this moment and the next one and the next one. And I don't compare myself to the way I used to be or the way I want to be in the future. The way I used to be was so valuable to the way that I am now that I would not change any bit of it. The act of comparing yourself to other people served us for whatever it served us for before, but that old system, the way of doing that comparison is dying off. It creates competition, it creates separation. And so that is something that's really being dying off right now. And it's especially important to accept those codes for yourself, because we are passing those on to our children at the same time, just by being it, just by being happy in this moment, just by we're passing on the codes of accepting what they look like, accepting where they are, accepting who they are. If they are upset or if they are feeling a certain way about their bodies, it's okay to be feeling that way and to be thinking that way in every moment. It's so important for them to receive the codes of this right now. We are reprogramming ourselves and collectively reprogramming the next generation and the next generation. And that doesn't just have to do with our kids. That has to do with the people who are newly awakening. It's really important to pass on our belief system to them. And so at this point, what we're doing is compiling our belief system. We are taking bits and pieces of the things that we've learned along the way through our entire life, but also through this awakening process, and taking the things that we resonate with, that feel good, and compiling a belief system of joy and love, what that is, what the energy of that feels like. The comparison that is important for us right now is to compare ourselves to the way we used to be. That way we can see how far we've come. It's like one of the tools that you can have in your spiritual tool belt is using the comparison of yourself to yourself so that you can see how far you've come, okay? This is a time period of really looking back at yourself, at the way that you used to be, and appreciating you for you right now. Appreciating you for you back then also, and the struggles that you went through, and all the shadow work that you've done, and everything that you've been through. Appreciating that person too, because that lower consciousness is there to show you how much more evolved you are right now. Okay? It's so important to do that, to appreciate it, to appreciate that person and the you now. They're reminding me also that there are these gold codes. There's a lot of gold entering the earth right now, entering the atmosphere, the light. There are golden light codes, the energy of the gold ray, the energy of gold is so healing, it's so empowering, it's so in alignment with the energy of oneness that they're wanting you to accept that. They're wanting you to notice it. They're upgrading you to golden light tones and golden light codes that if you accept them into your crown, open your crown up consciously, open it up to these new golden Christ codes and tones. That's what they're telling me. Things are about to really, really shift for you, and we are dismantling. The song that was just on was All Along the Watchtower, and so we are keeping a lookout, and they're giving us a higher perspective. The purpose of looking back on our past and on who we were and things like that is really important to give us that higher perspective, because the old structures are coming down. They are being dismantled right now, and it's important for us to be building the belief system from the bottom up. That cycle is shifting, and we are moving into a golden age cycle. That golden energy, the gold is what they keep telling me, this golden age, okay? A lot of people are going to be fighting against this change. There are so many people that find such stability and feeling of safety in the old way of being, in the old system, in comparing themselves to other people. This was just underneath of this one here, which really looks like a mirror and comparison kind of energy. They find stability in that because they don't know how to measure their success unless they have someone that they kind of look up to and want to strive to be like. There is a positive and a negative aspect of that. It's really amazing to follow people who inspire you in that way, but there is also the pressure, the programming and the pressure that has been put on people in that level of society, that you are not a success until you achieve that. We understand that the path to those goals and to that sight that we have is meant to be enjoyed also. It's not just we can't be happy until we reach the goal. Those people who have that thing to strive for and bust their butts and bust their butts and bust their butts, they're going to fight against this new way of being, because unless you work, it's been driven home that unless you work very, very, very hard and kill yourself every single day and work 5 jobs and really strive to get to the top, they're not happy until they get to the top. They don't feel safe without having that expectation on themselves. They don't take the time to love themselves. So there is going to be some fighting back when it comes to that. All we have to do is stand in our light. Stand in our light and pass on these golden tones is what they showed me, these golden codes. We're going to be, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be going through many waves of solar light, waves of this new golden frequency, this gold frequency that we need to tap into. The energy of that gold frequency is the Christ light. It's the Christ energy. We are going to continuously be moving things out of the way that stop us from fully resonating with that, from fully tapping into that. So there's going to be more waves of these issues from your past coming up. to be released. Just know that the reason that they're coming up and the reason you're releasing them is because you have recently downloaded even more golden Christ codes, okay? Compare that. I'm feeling this way, and I wasn't feeling this way yesterday, but I'm feeling a little heavier and denser. Oh, that must mean that I've downloaded some codes. Okay, let me sit with this for a little bit, appreciate myself, appreciate how far I've come, how much I've changed since I used to be that way, and now choose happiness. I choose the light. I choose to accept that gift. I choose to accept and open myself up to the codes and the waves of light that are coming in through my crown, and anchor yourself into that, okay? There's many waves of that coming up in the next couple of weeks, especially leading up to the Lion's Gate portal, okay? The sun, the sun, the sun. I see the sun, S-O-N. So this is very much Christ energy. Jesus is ushering in the message of this. Mary Magdalene is ushering in the message of this. And I really just want to give you like a big hug. I'm listening to the song that's on right now. They're wanting me to tell you that it's time to let go of the way you thought things were going to be. Because the way you thought things were going to be were connected to the expectations that were set back when you were running that old program, when those expectations were important in order to feel safe, to know that, okay, I've got this game plan and I've got this 5-year plan and I'm going to go to college and I'm going to have this career and it's going to make me this amount of money and blah, blah, blah. It's time to release the expectations and the feeling, the worry about disappointing someone else. You're worried about disappointing someone else. But really, it's coming from within you that you feel like you haven't done enough. And, oh my gosh, don't let the sun go down on me. Don't let the sun go down on me. That's amazing. Although I've searched myself, there's always someone else I see. This comparison, what you're comparing yourself to, is your parents or your brothers or your sisters or people around you. You're always seeing someone else in you, but you're not able to see you in you. That's because of the imprint of them on you. Their belief system has been imprinted on you. So you see through their eyes. You've been seeing through their eyes for so long until you awakened. And what you have awakened is your ability to see through your own eyes and to do things and construct your life and create your life based off of the way that you process things, the way you see the world. And that may be very, very different than a lot of the people who have surrounded you. You were not born to fit in. You were not born to fit into this earth because you were meant to change it to the new earth. So this feeling of loneliness, this feeling of never fitting in, it's important. It's important. You were meant to be that way. So it's time that we start appreciating those differences. It's time we start appreciating the way we see things. We don't need to convince other people right now. They're not quite ready for it. All we need to do is keep planting the seeds of it by being it, becoming more confident in it every single day. Okay? All right, that was beautiful. All right, if you guys need a private reading or you want to do book a guidance session with me, an ascension session, there are light codes that you will activate you through these sessions. There are many light beings that are coming in to assist with it, and it's just the vessel, the vehicle for really, really huge expansion. So if that resonates with you, go over to my website and book a session, and let's launch you to this next phase. We're clearing this stuff out and we are making room for more light. What I want you to do is sit in this moment, appreciate you. I appreciate you. You are so much light. You are so much beauty. And I want to take that light and send it out to all the rest of the people that are going through this same thing. So send the resonance of that out now, send it out as Reiki, send it out as intention that I resonate with this. I know there are other people going through this. And what I do is I send you my support and my understanding because I get it. I see you, I get you, and I see me. And I appreciate you in this space where you are right now. I love you right where you are. I love me right where I am. And send the light of that, okay? Let's collectively send the light of the I am to this issue, this shadow, and help to raise the vibration right now as we speak. I'm also going to include a light language healing that the client that I referred to you about the other day, that she did for me. And I do have her permission to share it, that she's open to having it go out to whoever it needs to. It was one of the most beautiful, beautiful light languages that I've ever heard and that I've ever been through. It was so powerful. So I'm going to include that right now and use that to send out as healing and as light for the collective for this issue. And open yourself up to it.